Good day, everyone. Today I will share to you different periods of Philippine literature or history. First of all, I want to introduce myself. Um, my name is Mika J.B. Pindak. I'm from HE12, and this topic I will discuss to you is from 21st century literature from the regions. Now, I will discuss to you the four eras of the Philippine literature history, which is the Japanese, American, pre-colonial, and Spanish era. Our Philippine literature history is passed from generation to generation through an oral tradition, and it is our living language nowadays. First era that I will share to you guys is the Spanish era. Spanish period was started in 1565 that it has influenced as many kind of literature. Many authors in this period was discovered, like Jose Rizal is the most well-known author or writer in this era, and Francisco Balagtas. But this period has many grammar books that were printed in Filipino, like Tagalog, Ilocano, and Visayan. Songs have own vocalization that depicts natural beauty and life. Recreational plays. Stories performed to an audience. Zarzuela. Musical comedy usually performed like an play. Karagatan. A poetic vehicle played during the Week of the Dead. Duplo. Speaking and reasoning. Novel is a long prose divided into chapters. Poetry. Special intensity is used in distinctive style. Next is the Japanese era or period. As Japanese colonized us, we have no freedom of speech. It has a strict period of time. Literary works are few during this period. All works or English works were stopped by the Japanese. Even language of them were used as our first language. This era also had a good effects on our literary works. Japanese literary form first is haiku, a Japanese form of poetry that consists of three unrhymed syllables, 5, 7, and making it 7 syllables, or rather than my mistake, 17 syllables. Tanaga is a type of Filipino poem consisting of 4 lines with 7 to 9 syllables. Drama, played for theater, radio, and television. Next is pre-colonial. During the pre-colonial period is the first literature in the Philippines, but as the time goes by, this pre-colonial literature is upgrading. We have different literature in this period. Each notable works for this period is passed throughout from generations to generations, and this pre-colonial period have varied according to every person's interest like now. Pre-colonial period is where songs and dance and drama develop continuously. It includes various or subjects like love, wars, legends, and the memory of the deceased and war heroes. In this pre-colonial period, developed literary forms like legend. Legend is an unbelievable origin of place, thing, and or a name. Riddle is a palaisipan or bugtong, while chant or bulong is an enchantment and superstitious or belief. Epigram used to impart lessons and values to youngs. Folk song, songs that originate in traditional popular culture. And lastly is fable. Fable is stories that were used as animals as the main characters. And lastly is the American era or period. As Americans colonized Philippines 48 years ago, it brings impact to our literature. It has a great contribution to our lives. It's the greatest thing that Americans influenced to us during its colonialism. It has different forms of literary too. The first one is short story. It's a brief fictional prose narrative. It has example of stories like We Filipino Are Mild Drinkers that was written by Alejandro Roses. Tagalog poetry. It uses Tagalog language, essay, short formal prose about particular subject. Newspaper, a publication that is issued daily and contains info. And lastly, periodicals, published throughout the year, such as magazines, newspapers, and consumer-related publications. Americans introduced us to more challenging kind of literature as times goes by. These factors give us more knowledge on how to create well-done literature. And this is my ending of my discussion on different Philippine literature history.